This is episode 707. It's kind of hard. We're going to thug it out. Mm-hmm. All right?
Y'all going to press record on the roadcaster?
We don't, I mean, it's good for backup.
Yeah.
All right. I don't have the appropriate music to play, but there's no exact appropriate music that can be played tonight. So I feel like the music that we was just playing a second ago on the intro of the pod pre-show, I feel like that was the appropriate music. And yeah. So all right, so let me do my best to put on so we could get through the toughest part.
Now for our feature presentation.
Hey man, tonight we are honoring. Tonight, we are having a conversation. Tonight is going to be a little bit different from some and most. Tonight's going to be a fun dialogue in memory. Well, let me not even go that far. Let me just say greetings and salutations to everybody tapping in with the pod. Shout out to everybody that's tapping in on YouTube. Shout out to the YouTube viewership. Shout out to Clubhouse. We got Clubhouse up here with us. We got Taja. We got Lala. We got Teresa. We got Lundria. What's happening with the family? I got the room full of giants right here. I got my guy D. I got his misses, your wishes. I got Instagram up here with me. What up, La? What's happening to everybody that's in the comments? What's happening, Angel? The best way to start this pod, 707, I think is to pick up for about a week ago, right? I had every intentions on coming in here last pod, but I fell sick, right? And I woke up and I was feeling sick a few days prior, right? And when I woke up, I just, I was fighting this flu, right? So I got a little something on my lip or whatever have you, but, I'm not covering my face because y'all rock with me when I look good. Y'all rock with me when I look bad, But how you guys feeling, man? It's been a little while since we potted. About 2 weeks, and I'll get to that slowly but surely. But Rubes, let's start with you in the room.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I had a good weekend. I went to Virginia for my brother's birthday. He turned a big 42.
Yeah.
So I went and hung with the family, hung with my mom, hung with my college kid, and just vibed out. Had a good time. I don't know if my daughter cost me more money over the phone or in person. Like, that girl is something else. But I had a great weekend.
Did she give you those glasses?
No, I actually got these from the pop-up shop that was hosted here at Vanilla Skies.
Yeah, Disney.
Event
Disney
space.
Here? Mickey Mouse?
No, I feel like these are more like Winnie the Pooh
Yeah,
or
I
little
feel like
something. These are more like teddy bear.
So why you didn't come in here with top and no bottom if Winnie the Pooh? Anyway, just over.
Cause you already cutting my mic. You'd have cut the camera. I'd have really went viral. You already be hating on me when I'm going viral. You don't want me to come in here with no bottoms.
D, how are you since last time we potted, brother?
Oh man, I had pretty much a whirlwind of busyness happening. My man Demetrius was in town. Behind the lens, he was in town for a week. We just got thrown in and out of all type of events, and Cyndi Lauper's son was doing this with Ray J's event, and we doing the audio for that. Boom, boom, boom podcast over here. We got Lenny the Barber in the studio over here, but I'm over there. Then we can have my man Jamel Howard from Power and all that in the studio for interviews. So it was a good week, you know.
Good week?
Yeah, it was a good week.
It was a serious week for me because I was fighting for life.
I didn't have no clue. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
He wasn't near his phone at all. I put out an APB.
I'm like that too, and I'm sick though.
Yeah, it was bad. It got real bad. It got real bad. So I wake up. I'm feeling like sugar honey iced tea, but I still gotta thug myself through the actual day. So I pulled myself out the bed, and I guess before I went to sleep, I got a phone call or a text, and it was my guy D.
Yeah.
And he had hit me, and you know, sometimes we hit each other, right? And we talk and we catch up, and we totally disregard significant others. Like, we hit each other whenever. We don't care, right? and I love it. I don't ever want that to change, right? If we could pick up, then we'll pick up. If we can't, well, then we just can't,
Leave
right?
a message.
Leave a message. And so there was nothing different and strange in this exact moment that he was reaching out to me, right? So I go to sleep. I wake up the next day, Monday morning, last Monday, that we didn't do the pod, and as I'm making the bed, the last text was, hit me back ASAP. We could be a bit extreme sometimes. So there's still not nothing registering to me. And then I get a phone call that morning that nobody wants to receive. Nobody wants to receive this phone call because he says to me, I got some unfortunate news, my brother. And the first thing I think is, we know a lot of different people, and I'm thinking it's something money related. I'm always thinking something money related. But it wasn't. I get a phone call, and D shares with me that our sister, our PNC, partner in crime, one of the people that keeps this pod together, you know, someone who's behind the scenes shaking it up and is responsible for a lot of the topics and matters of saying, hey, B-Way, you can take it this way, then we can go that way, or we can go, you know. So a lot of my toxic behavior comes based off of conversations and putting on a great show for the viewership and listenership of the pod. I mean, I participate in it certainly, right? But a lot of how we actually come up with these topics, a dear friend of all of ours, I believe, I get the phone call that morning that she's no longer with us. Now, I love you, Allie, But understand, I'm thinking he's jiving. I'm thinking he's horseplaying. I'm thinking Allison is doing one of the things that she's doing where she's looking for the attention in the room. It's hard to look at this screen on Clubhouse because everybody has Allison up on the but I'm thinking she's doing one of those things that she does, and she's like, yeah, you better have said that Broadway because woo, 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 woo. And I'm listening for deceit in his tone, but I can't find it. I can't find the moment of, I can't find the breaking point. That's because there is none. Tonight is a hard pod, but we're going to do our best to get through. We're going to honor our late great friend Allison, creative director of Live on Broadway podcast. We gonna stand on her shoulders tonight and see something that she perhaps have always been trying to get us to see. I don't know any other way of doing this, but remembering her legacy. So we're gonna have some topics, and we're gonna talk about some fun things in the best way we know how to. And we're gonna remember Allison Grace, and yeah. Let's start here. D.
Mm-hmm.
When was the first time you met Allison?
First time that I met Allison, that I can remember meeting her, because she claims that we met when we were childhood friends, which I was cool with her two cousin friends that she was close with. So those are my guys. So apparently she saw me in the neighborhood running around with them. We're a few ages older than her. But the first time that she mirrored me back to that was when she came to the Matrix in somewhere in between like 2014 and 16, around that time. And she was promoting one of her books on one of the shows. And then she brought me back. I was like, yeah, you Andrew's brother and Patrick and Kev's boy. I'm from Boston Road. Once you say you're from Boston Road, it's like, you know, we brothers and sisters regardless if I know you or not, like that. So that was the first time. And then immediately, in my way, it's like, oh, we cool like that, then, and you're an author and you're a writer, you could help me do something. So I gave her a task already, like, to help me take all these pictures and make this collage that I had, which is still pretty dope, too. She added, like, all of these press days that we did and, like, made this big calendar-looking thing of all of the music, Soul Child, Drag On, Lumi D's, all of these people on these pictures, so she did that for me. So that was our first, like, you know, business dealings.
I'm sorry, La. When was the first time you've met, you had the privilege of meeting Miss Allison?
I met Allie on Clubhouse, and it was during COVID. I was bored one night and just happened to see what New York sounds like, and I saw the title, like, "Can I Get Your Number?" or something like that. It was a game, and I was just sitting there listening, and she called me up, "Lala," and she was like, "Oh, your voice is so cute." And it was me, Kennedy, and Allie, and we was like, I think the scenario was something like at the shoe store, and I had told, like, joke, like, you know, take Afterpay, and after that we was friends. Like, I was cracking up, and we was at the hip. We was at the hip.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's it's been rough. It's been rough.
Yeah. And we gonna get to unpack all that. It certainly has been rough. Rubes, how about you? I'm coming to you in the second clubhouse.
You muting me and I ain't even said nothing yet. You so used to muting me. And it's crazy because the last time you muted me and cut me off camera, I was right at Allison inbox like, I'm about to block him, Allison. I'm blocking him right now. She was like, you serious? I'm like, nah, that's my brother. I can't block him.
Oh gosh.
I believe I met Allison at the Matrix studio. I think I met her when we were shooting there. I was all over the place. I was your bartender. I was, yeah. I don't even remember when I met D. Like, but I just know it's like when you meet somebody, sometimes you can remember where you met them from because like y'all didn't have so many interactions. So, or I can remember I met her at this party one time and, you know, I only saw her one time and that was it. But we were podcast sisters. We were, you know, castmates. We spoke outside of the podcast. So I felt like I met Allison earlier in life. Like that's just how close we were. That's how cool she was with everybody. And I always liked Allison because she was real. Like she never tried to sugarcoat anything at all. Like I love Allison so much. Definitely a hard worker. Definitely persistent. And I love that part about her. She'd be like, Broadway, what you think about this? Well, if you don't like this, how about this part? You know, just, you know, she had options. She just wasn't a one-trick pony. You know, she wasn't a one-trick pony. So I'm definitely gonna miss my boo Allie.
Definitely gonna miss my alley cat. Talk to me, Taja. Taja, remembering the late great Allison. When did you first meet Allison, Taja?
Hey, how you doing, y'all? I met Allison on Clubhouse, you know, hanging out with Dee in the morning times and just chilling. And then I started coming into the rooms and Allison would just be on it. You know, we would sit down there and there was always something deep that we would just connect on and communicate with. And, you know, during the pandemic, I think that was probably one of my roughest turning points. And meeting her and having that connection, like we used to fall asleep in the rooms and we just, you know what I'm saying? That's like always just feeling this deep sense of belonging with her. You know, from the first moment you meet her, like she either like you or she don't. Like it's no in betweens. You know what I'm saying? And so that connection with her and spending, you know, literally 2 years online just talking almost every single day. I used to spend 13 hours a day on this thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You
that was the
know?
good old
So,
days.
baby, you know, I miss her. I miss her a lot because, you know, when you sometimes take things for granted, you know what I'm saying? And that week that she passed, I just kept on seeing her name on my phone, and you know, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna hit her up. I'm gonna hit her up. I'm gonna give her a call. I wonder what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? And then I got the news, and it was like, damn, Taja, you were getting an opportunity to be able to connect with her and talk to her and just tell her how much she meant to you. You know what I mean? And so it's definitely been rough, but she has me awake every morning at 4 o'clock on alley mode, ready to just handle my business every single day. So she's definitely with me in spirit as well, and I love her and I miss her.
Yeah, we used to be on Clubhouse till like 7, 8 in the morning. Oh my
So, Laundry, how about you?
On Clubhouse, look, live on Broadway podcast. Ali was very sweet to me from the jump. I think I met her and Lala at the same time. And, just every Monday or so, just catching the podcast, she was just very welcoming. It was like sister or auntie coming in to the podcast. So she would truly be missed. And I just appreciate the opportunity of just being able to get to speak to her and just being a part of this every time I got a chance. So thank you, Ali.
As her son sounds like he's doing the drop kick off of the bed.
Listen, he's jumping off of his sister. I had to mute. He's jumping off of his sister. Yeah.
Oh man. Angel, where you at, girlfriend?
I'm here.
Angel, what's up, Angel?
What's up, mi gente? You want me to answer the question?
That wasn't mi gente, but you got it.
Wow.
The question simply, when's the first time,
Yeah. On Clubhouse, following Jarvis into the room. I was following Jarvis into a room and ended up being what New York sounds like. Met her there. Pretty much I had to laugh because Ali treated me with kid gloves from day one. Because when I first got on, I was definitely on 1,000, and yeah, definitely had some really good, times where I don't know, just met her on the app and like from there it was just on and popping, hooking up outside the app and. We were mean buddies. Like I sent her, like, since we're both cancers.
That's the truth.
I sent her, I would send the messages, and it's been rough, because I'd be ready to send a message and I can't. But I met her here, and I met
Okay, that's Allison's way of calming you down. Because she said you're not gonna lie on us in public. Yeah, I mean, much like you guys, right? The first time I met Allison was The first time I met Allison was we did a rooftop thing at your spot, D.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it went so well. Now I can tell the truth, Allison.
Yeah. And the truth shall set you free, brother.
She had made go check that out, please. She had made some chicken for like a little kickback we was doing. And when she made the chicken, it was everybody made brought a little dish or two, right? Now, maybe I should move over a little bit to the left. She made this chicken, and the chicken, I forever gave her a hard time about the chicken. And the chicken, whenever we would do kickbacks, I would ask what everybody else is making but Allison, insinuating that Allison was not to bring the actual chicken that she made the first time I met her, So I said, who made that baked mac and cheese that time that I used to always rave over?
It was Ali and Prez.
No, it was Prez.
Not
So
Ali
Prez
and Prez.
made the mac and cheese. Now, if y'all don't know Prez is a white girl. Prez know how to put her foot in some mac and cheese, though. Okay? So I would be like, yo, Prez, when you making the mac and cheese? And I'll go around be like, yo, Les, Liz, when you making this or when you making that, and Allison will be looking there, waiting for her turn, and I'll never get to her. So it was a little fun moment that we would share, and I would make fun of her, and she would say, "Forget you, Broadway," and she would say it just like that, and it was so good that the following week. It felt like the next week, but it wasn't. It probably was a few weeks later. We went and we did a pod on the rooftop. Remember that, D? Mm-hmm. I want to play that. I want to play that, and just to give you guys a little idea of what that actually looked like. YouTube, y'all want to watch it and see the way it's meant to be seen? Go to the YouTube. Look, Allison not even here no more. The pin. I have to really make some adjustments because I couldn't bring Allison up. I had to bring Lala up, and I'm always bringing Allison up at the beginning of the pod, right? You really don't recognize how somebody, I got Allison's password to TV. So when I watch TV, I'm watching it underneath Allison.
Right.
That's crazy.
Did you happen to have her password to her phone? Because her mother's looking for that if you got that.
No, I don't have the password.
I didn't think so either.
Yo,
I'm
why
not that cool.
you said who want the password to her phone?
Her mom's.
She told me to never give it to you, D, but if you ask her mother to call me, I will. No, I'm just messing around. But seriously, I'm Nas. Can we play? Hold on. Clubhouse, hold on 1 second. I'm going to play it on the TV behind me so everybody could see it, and we're going to get it. We're going to get it right in production. That's what I said I'm going to do, and then I'm going to mute that, right? Okay, hold on. Let me mute these mics up. And we're gonna start it with the one that's in the room on Clubhouse. We're gonna start it with the one that's in the room on Clubhouse. So we're gonna further the all right. So here's the topic, right?
Damn, bro, you got a panel right here to start it off. You got the author, you got the trill.
The trill.
You got the guy that just says whatever just to make a good production.
Right.
You gotta know that about me. I'm just a producer. I'm gonna say whatever I'm going with. Whatever Broadway says, I'm going with it. Like, because I understand. We trying to sell units.
That's right.
Oh, what a night.
I know that's right. So look, here's the first topic, right? Is we going with the room's question. Single women. Ladies, without blaming men, why aren't you able to find or maintain a healthy relationship?
Keep that same energy.
Why aren't you, and men vice versa, if you single and you in the background, I want to hear your energy. Why aren't you able to maintain a healthy relationship? Tap in with me. I'm going this way. Trills?
Okay. For me, I think I like someone who's patient. I think everything's a setup. Like, you trying to use me for something. I'm fucking paranoid. Like, why are you really here? And I know I'm amazing. Honestly, I have friends who call me to tell me I'm fucking amazing. Like, who
I know
does
I'm
this?
amazing.
Like, they call me to tell me I love you and I'm fucking great, and I'm just like, I love myself like Kanye loves Kanye, and it's awesome. But I just fuck yeah. but sometimes I just feel like, who sent you? Who fucking sent you? I can only speak for myself. I don't know what everybody got going on. I can just say from what it seems like everyone else has going on. As far as women, they're too independent. They feel like they don't need a man. That seems to be the trend. But I feel like, I want a man in my life. I need a man. What's good? Like, I'm not about that time. That masculine energy is weird to me. But for me, I'm like, well, who the fuck sent you? You're just trying to use me. I don't believe this is real. So that's some inner shit I gotta deal with.
Some inner shit.
Don't push a button on me.
Nah, you good. You good.
Keep that same energy.
Tap in with me, D. If you are single,
I thought you was going with the women first.
No, I got to get it from both sides. You go, all right, so I'm going to go slide to the left.
Because she ready. She ready.
To the left.
How you not ready? I look
always ready.
Oh.
Tap in with Allison.
Careful.
Without blaming men.
No. I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming men. For me, I'm single. I have been single for what month are we in now? I've probably been single for
September, Labor Day.
Yeah. I've been single officially for probably 9 months, and so I just got out.
I was gonna say the term of a baby, a pregnancy. You could have a baby.
But I just got out of a relationship, which that was questionable in itself.
Got it.
But I am too nice. So my healthy relationship is, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I'm too nice, and I have to actually set some boundaries in order for it to be healthy. So I'm not walked all over, so that things can progress naturally. So I'm not so much of maybe a pushover, or so that, things aren't looked upon where, they're poking me in the forehead and they're like, hey, you're doing this, 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 and this. And I like a man that can boss me around.
Ooh. Respectfully,
because I'm a boss in my own right. You know what I'm saying? I'm a boss in a boardroom, so you can take the bedroom.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I know that's right. D, you have any? You had?
I mean, that's.
Nah, listen, because I ain't gonna send D up to Cheat Creek Rabbit. Hello, hello.
Bro, cold. Thank you, because I knew I was about to say something. That was 2020 Money One.
This is crazy.
I got you, D. I got you.
Yo, it's the Cahoots for me.
I got you.
That was a women question. I ain't got nothing to do.
I remember that.
No, and he also said vice versa, which
And why he didn't play it?
applied to you too.
Why he didn't play
because y'all are in cahoots. Clearly, the same reason why he mutes my mic and doesn't mute yours.
Right.
When
That's
we be
exactly
talking
why.
the same crap.
That's
so
it. You got it.
it's probably a bald thing. You know what? I'm semi-bald under this wig, all
bald,
right? I got a short fade.
No, right now you're in cahoots with Allison.
I got a short fade, so I'm semi-bald, so I can roll with y'all. Don't do me like that.
Nah, that was a dope memory. That was when we did the first rooftop podcast on top of that roof.
Yeah. That was a dope pod. But it brings up the question of, have you guys ever, even in her afterlife, she throw it up. Question: have you guys ever had to set boundaries for people because people would walk all over you guys? Is that something you've ever or currently had to do?
Absolutely. I've definitely had to set boundaries because with me, I'm a definitely supportive woman in a relationship, and I realize my support, even though it comes off to me when it's directed to them as support, to them coming to me, it's more of an opportunity. It's more of an opportunity. So I got a girl who, she see whatever she see in me, but I know, for me to get to these dreams, I know she gonna look out. I know she gonna help with studio time. I know she gonna help support. So let me just
help
use
with studio
her.
time.
I did.
Where was you at when I had my career? Maybe you was there behind some of these dudes in the Bronx.
Yeah,
Paying
because
for studio time?
I dated someone and he wanted to do music, and he was working on a project to where he wanted to do his music and do it with his family, like his cousins, like a family album. But they kept procrastinating.
The Jacksons?
And when it's 5 of y'all and the studio was $500 and all of y'all are anticipating on putting $100 in, and then 3 people start canceling, then the rest of that money comes on you. So me believing in you and me wanting to see you win, I'm coming up off that because I need you to be in the studio.
Okay.
So I'm a very much supportive person, but I did have to fall back because people do see how big your heart is, and
you have to draw a boundary.
Right. Givers have to know when to stop giving because takers don't know when to stop taking.
That's a good
They
one.
don't know when to stop taking. They don't want to stop taking. Like their job is to take, and you're gonna get to a point where they've literally taken everything from you, and you have nothing.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston. So it's like, you know.
So
So I definitely had to set boundaries.
So my boundaries work a little different. I call it the light switch effect. So, because I'm normally the one that's cool,
Sound
calm,
like something you got from Allison.
cool, yeah, cool, calm, and collective. Yeah, I was working on her with this, like cool, calm, and collective. We just had that conversation the other day too about her personality being like that. So, you ever had a nice firm light switch and you can turn it up a little bit and it'll probably stay in the middle, but it could go either way. That's me. So, as happy as I want to be in a relationship, I'm always betting on myself, and I know that a lot of people like me, like for my core of who I am. So when someone don't agree with it, I don't try to make them agree with it. I just move out the way. Like, okay, I got a whole life to live. I'm still slim, about to be 49 and fine, and you know I can bust these moves, but it's always with respect. It's not like I'm just gonna move around it and cheat and do all that. I'm just gonna tell you that this is not gonna end well for either of the two of us. So I'm gonna just move out the way right now. So I set the boundaries for myself. I don't rely on people to adjust to things so much. Not anymore. When I was younger, I was eggshells. But when you get to know yourself and know your value. You know, you're a high value man, and people start trying to keep a straight face. Right? No, but really, like when you're in a position, a boss position, where you got to make decisions over people's lives, it's hard for people to play with my life because I'm like, nah, I got things that I got to do. So my boundaries are like preset already. Like you walk in the door with, but it's not all like something that I communicate and we have to talk about. You'll know what it is. Oh, I did something. I done pissed D off. Like
Did something.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
No, boundaries.
Yeah. Angel, when was the last time you had to set a boundary?
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna set a boundary with your microphone because we can't hear you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We gonna come right back to you, Angel, because your service is super
Oh,
nervous.
that's what you say. Your service is nervous.
Service is nervous. Yeah.
Your service is nervous. Lala, when was the last time you had to set a boundary, Queen?
It's funny. Dee said that because that too was one of the last conversations I had with Ali. Wow.
Oh, your mic is going down the same road too, Lala.
Why are you bothering me?
It is,
There you
yo.
go.
Quality control.
There you go. Go for
See,
it.
but no, that was one of the last conversations I had with Ali. And I was telling her, you know, that I had gotten to a point now in my life where, and I think I had mentioned this on the pod, where I got tired of being an overgiver. Especially like overextending myself to people that didn't deserve it. And having the right discernment of who to extend myself to. So for me, I'm very grateful that she helped me on that journey to learn how to set boundaries with people, because a lot of times, like Ruth was saying, like takers, they don't know when to stop taking. But in the inverse of that, when you're somebody like me that gives all the time, you don't know when to stop giving. So it's not only setting boundaries with other people, but setting boundaries with myself.
Right.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So I'm gonna piggyback because I think, well, it was last week. It's crazy how certain things will cause you to go into a hole. With Allison's passing, what hit me was my health and just thinking about all the things that people ask of me, and I put that first. So I decided that for me, putting up this boundary of me first, you know, my kids, and it's got to be me first. And you know, it may sound crazy, my kids next, but if I can't give to them, or if I can't give to myself, how can I give to them? So definitely setting up boundaries with my time and giving up.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. I definitely concur. You know, I think the boundary thing is something that a lot of us don't do or set until it's too late, right? Or until we start seeing something that we don't want to see, or somebody starts saying, "Hey, you got to set boundaries," right? Yeah. Speaking of boundaries, I'm gonna weave in between these topics, right? Bootsy. Not even Boots. Well, yeah, Bootsy. Bootsy had something to say in regards to Diddy and his friendships and those boundaries. So, y'all know me. I'm gonna play this right here. That's how I'm gonna do that. And I'm very interested to see how you guys respond to, because everything in the news right now is Diddy related, right? Let's just keep it tall.
Right.
So there ain't no news circuit. Everything is Diddy news, right? So I'm gonna play this clip Diddy of Bootsy talking about Diddy, and very interested to see how you guys respond.
Beating breath. I'm just saying, though, all them damn friends he used to have all these years, these athletes, these entertainers, entrepreneurs, putting their glasses up with him, toasting, listening to his speeches.
They probably knew, bro. They probably knew. But now they hit the fan. Ain't nobody trying to say nothing for this nigga, bro.
Damn, but if you're a friend, you're a friend, G.
Yeah, thanks.
A friend, you're a friend. It's still allegation.
Until the facts come out.
But a friend is a friend. A friend is a friend.
A friend with you, bro.
A friend with you, right or what?
Wrong.
All wrong.
They ain't checking on let alone at all.
A friend is a friend, bro. None of them wasn't his friend.
Words don't get to you when it come down to your friend. You don't worry about what you say about your friend, but that's real though. It had to come out. It's gonna come out.
You still hug your friend. Even if you knew what was going on, a friend is a friend.
Yeah.
So a friend is a friend, right? What Bootsy talking about. I find it very interesting, right? In regards to drawing those boundaries and drawing those lines in the sand. Excuse me. Are you, I think the coast, I don't know if I'm gonna keep these nearby. I don't know where this, because Allison has a way of pulling it out, you pause. So Bootsy saying Diddy's people, where they at now? Everybody was doing this, toasting. But now that he's in hot water, everybody's silent, seemingly so. So is that a time to draw a boundary when somebody that you identify as your friend is going through something? Is that the time to draw the line and say, hey, I'm with you in this instance, but in that instance, how Bootsy said, a friend is a friend. So I'm gonna go to you first, Landria, in regards to, do you draw that line in the sand when your people are going through something? Is that a safe time to draw that line in the sand?
I think that's hard to, if we're relating it to this situation, that's super hard to try to navigate. Like in most situations, like if you're going through a tough time, like financially, emotionally, no, that's not the time to give up on you, right, or to separate myself from you. But if you talking about illegal, yeah, I'm about to like, and don't put me in it. My name been in it and I ain't in it. I don't want to be a part of it.
I did that a long time.
Got you. I'm rolling. D.
Well, there's a way that you can still just stand with someone without standing in with whatever they in. Like if Broadway goes through something, I ain't gonna be like, that's messed up. Broadway went through that. That's still my man. Like I'm not gonna claim that I was there or know what anything. I'm good with knowing how to keep my mouth shut. I got the right to remain silent. But he gonna feel that I got the support, especially if it's something that I don't feel like he put himself in. And like this is a bunch of some things were done, and then people are saying this, and now people saying that. I don't believe in the snowball effect of everybody's gonna jump out because the feds is there now. Oh yeah, he did that. He did that to me. Like that's some sucker. I don't care how powerful a person is. Like he not He-Man. Like he just had money. Like he wasn't Suge Knight. And look what happened to Suge Knight. Like everybody want to get all tough when he go to jail. So it's really interesting, that type of situation. However, I'm good at not, especially me running a business and being a teacher and being a father, like certain things I can involve myself in, or it would just ruin my whole thing. Now, if you're a street dude with no morals and you got street morals and you got a code that don't adhere to the rest of the world, then you can stand on anything because you on that type of time. But I don't live that life, so I gotta, and my friend should understand. We would understand that because I wouldn't want nobody to stand in something that I created for myself. I would tell them, yo, stay over there. I got this. Like. But again, I'm a little bit 48, 49 years of understanding right now.
Of wisdom, right. Right. I see a lot of shaking your head in agreement with what he's saying. How you feel?
Yeah, I do agree with what D's saying. I feel like at the end of the day, Boosie must want people to be, because it's the era of social media. He wants all of the friends that he was toasting with to be on social media and be like, he ain't do it. But if he really did do it, they're going to be looking crazy. So it's like, you're saying he don't get no hugs. You saying he don't get no support. We don't know that. You don't know who calls that man's phone. You don't know who's at his house, who's been at his house since it happened. You don't know who's provided him with legal help, even though I'm pretty sure he has the best lawyers. Like we don't know. But it's like D was saying, like, some dudes,
wrong and strong, we call it. Whatever you do, they don't care about.
Right, and some people have nothing to lose, and some people have everything to lose, and you have to understand that I can't just, especially if I have a brand, if I have a business, I can't just put myself in a position to jeopardize that brand.
Yeah.
So I can still support my friend, but still protect myself and my brand. Because, once I say something, everybody's going to be all up in the comments. Now you're going to try to find pictures from 1984, from when I partied with him. Now you're going to try to throw me in these allegations to see what I know and what I was doing. Now you have me all in the shade room.
And it's mad Inspector Gadgets and
you know what I'm
Matlocks
saying?
out here
now. It's terrible. He either wants everybody to come out and say that Diddy's bad, or he wants everybody to come out and start telling business. But if you grown, because Boosie's so used to running to the internet and talking. That's his thing. Running to the internet and pressing record and talking.
And that's clickbait what he's saying too, because he just wants people, he want to say something so that now he got something to say.
Right.
What I want to say in reverse to Broadway is being a man of who you are and everything that you've been through. Me and you have conversations about everything. And I know things a lot of people don't know, but if you got into something and then I called you because I knew about that, but I didn't do it publicly, would you feel any different that I didn't go on a podcast and talk about it?
No, I don't really put too much stock in social media to that extent. Right? Like
the person, I know that you to be that type of person. So
if you love me and you holding me down and you there with me in real life, you ain't got to scream it out to the masses. But what I will say is I might feel some sort of way. The only way that changes for me is if I see you've done it for other people. Yeah. And in other instances, there was other friendships that we might share in common, and I saw you take to public platforms and you go off and you like, nah, free this person, that person ain't do it, woo, woo, woo. And now I go through something in your church mouse, I'll start to ask myself, well, where's the difference in the friendship? Right? But without that being the precipice of it, I would be cool without you doing that. You know, because for me, the same difference, right? I'm a Angel. You really gotta fix your mic because I'm gonna come to you in a little bit. But Taj, I'm gonna come to you next. My thing is I just believe that we all seen what happened with Tory, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but there was a lot of people that started to stand with them and was saying Tory didn't do it. Mm-hmm. Then when Tory got convicted, right, I think the best thing to do is to remain silent. Mm-hmm. But now the interesting part to it is though, when everybody starts to remain silent, you hear only negative. When everybody start being quiet, right? If you and I are going back and forth and shouting, now you start being quiet, I start looking like a fool because now I'm just yelling by myself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So I just think and find it rather odd that not odd, but because I'm happy that everyone is silent. Because I do believe that you have people, really powerful people, that's in support of Diddy. But absolutely. I also think that there's people that I'm just gonna pour love and light into it. I'm just gonna lean on the positive. I don't want to go too far in the other direction because I believe words and thoughts have things. So to that, Taja, talk to me. Bootsy, is there ever a bad time to step away from a friendship when your friend is in need? Is there ever a right time? You get what I'm saying, Taj.
I get what you're saying, baby. I'm on it with you. Look, when it comes to the people in my life, my friends, my family, it doesn't matter who you are. There's certain things that I'm going to stand with you with, and there's certain things I'm not. Mm-hmm. For the people in Diddy's life, a lot of them, I do believe, kind of knew his actions, just like they said with R. Kelly. Allegedly, they knew exactly a lot of the things that he was doing. If you're going to be a friend to him before he makes his mistakes. When you see him and he's, moving a certain way and he's doing certain things, then you want to be a friend to him because that's when it counts. I'm not going to be your friend when, things get tough and now you've done all the wrongs and you've hurt people and you've done all that stuff. Now I'm supposed to stand next to you because you've done that wrong. I'm not going to be the one standing next to you when you've done that wrong. I'm going to help you before you do that wrong. You understand? Otherwise, I'm going to walk away from you when I see you move in a certain path that I know doesn't align with who I am as a person. I'm going to walk away. But I'll be damned if I'm standing with you after you've done something so egregiously wrong and I'm supposed to be like, oh yeah, because I'm your friend. Now, I will pray for you. I will, you know what I'm saying, on the side, wish your best, but I will not stand with you when I know you've done something wrong. There's no way. What's the point? Then we all wrong and strong, and I'm not going down with you like that.
So wait, so wait. Let me play a little devil's advocate, right? So what happens? What's wrong with standing with your friend through thick and thin? Because sometimes our friends, or even us, sometimes we've been dead wrong, or let me just put it on our friend. Sometimes we might be out doing something and our friend is dead in the wrong. They're dead wrong. But you hold them down in that moment, then when we get back, you be like, nigga, or you be like, girl. Now you know you wasn't supposed to be doing. So speak things. To that from that.
For certain things, I've been in situations where, you know what I'm saying, I seen my friend was the one making the fight happen. And I'm looking at you and I'm letting you know, hey, look, boo, you starting some stuff that you may not be able to finish on your own. So if you decide that you want to go down this route, know that I'm not going down this route with you. So I'm letting you know ahead of time, I'm not that friend for you.
Hello?
But now if I see something pop off, and it just pops off, I'm going to defend you. But if you're in the wrong and you're picking on people and you're doing, I'm never standing with no bully. I'm never standing with someone who knows what they're doing is wrong. I'm never going to stand with you, ever. Because from the moment I stand with you, I sinned the same sin that you sinned. Remember, I put it to you like this, and I tell my girlfriends this all the time. Everything that you tolerate that's negative with the people in your life, you have already become an aid to them. You've already become a crutch to them. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're not waking them up to the fact that you see something is wrong. And you now become a danger in that person's life. And that person should be worried about having you in their corner because you're not watching out for the brick walls that they're walking into. You're just talking about, oh, I seen you walk into a brick wall, so let me help you clean up your face. Nah, help me before I walk into that brick wall, baby.
Wise words from a decent young lady. Lala. What up, Quay?
Hello.
Is there ever a good time to set that boundary and not stand by your friendships?
Yeah.
So you agree with the room? How does your agreement sound?
Everything that Taza just said, I'm not that type of person. Like, I'm not about to go out the window with you when you just dead wrong. Like, there's a level of what there's a threshold for me about what I'm going to stand by you with that. And to the level of Diddy agreement acts, allegedly, like Todd said, I'll pray for you, but I'm the type of friend that I would have been talking to you, trying to be more, like, preventative. Like, I don't think that's a good look. Like, I'm more of that type of friend. Now, if you choose to make the decision to do it anyway, then that's on you. I don't have any control over your actions, but you can't say that I didn't try to warn you of the consequences of said actions, whether they're good or bad. But don't sit up there and then you have like a balloon full of paint and say, I'm going to throw it at the wall, and then I tell you the ramifications of it, and then I'm like, it's going to make a mess. And then you're like, oh, can you help me clean up the mess? No, I already told you it's going to make a mess.
Right.
Yeah.
So, no,
I'll give you a rag.
I give you a rag.
Like you made the mess.
Oh, God.
We wouldn't be here had you had listened in the first place to the advice that I gave.
Can I say something else too, in regards to what Lala just said? So yeah, I'm the person that will tell you, like, try to prevent it from happening. But if the roles are reversed, like I don't want to, like, don't keep looking like a fool with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how much money I have. If I'm going down the wrong path, please say something to me. You know what I mean? Like, don't sit up here just because I'm funding the bill. Like, we sitting up here looking like two dummies drinking the same stupid juice.
Hello.
Like, tell me. I'm not scared to be wrong. Tell me that I did something wrong. So no, that's wrong. Correct me.
Yes.
I'm not scared to be corrected. Correct me, please.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm picking up what you're
We're
putting down.
talking about.
Go for it, Ange.
Now I'm gonna be like that.
God said, not today, honey.
Girl,
I'm sorry.
They hating on you.
It's not even me. It's like,
who you at, Cortona Pool?
This is between. She had night pool.
She had night pool.
This is between her and her. I don't know. Probably.
Y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I think I left again. Anyway, I mean, I'm gonna be real quick because I don't know how much I have left. I will say this: it depends on how deep you was in it and how deep you were in the relationship with this person.
Pause.
She a good girl. She could say that.
How deep you was in is crazy.
Y'all know she don't have a lot of time, and y'all cutting her wisdom. Go ahead.
Right.
Send us a text message.
That's for real.
Deep into the sunken place, bro.
I'm black for Broadway and everything, and everything is Broadway. I get a piece of. You know what I'm saying? The contact, whatever. I'm saying it's a proximity because if my proximity, I off their place, I'm going to. It may sound dumb or whatever, but that's how I roll.
Yup. Yup. You said that. Yeah, you smoked that. And I agree. You know. So yeah, no.
Can I add something, Broadway, if you don't mind?
Yeah, please. Is it gonna go with what Angel just said?
Maybe not.
All right, go ahead, go for it, Ty.
You know, hey, look. When it comes to friendships and deep friendships, you have to really have your moral compass high. When it comes to it, I've ended friendships.
I couldn't hear you. Say that again for the people in the back.
You know, your moral compass has to be really high.
I'm gonna write that.
You know, you can't let it falter because I've ended friendships with friends that I've seen do things to other people, and everybody else was cool with it, but I morally was not okay with it. And I was like, morally, I'm not okay with you and what you've done, so I can't be your friend no more. And you have to stand strong on what you know you're willing to go down for.
Absolutely.
Now let me tell you the gold. Let me tell you the jewel in what you just highlighted. A lot of times we want to remain a part of the friendship, even though it's not beneficial to us, right?
Facts.
Sometimes we, in most cases, and I came on a pod and said, most cases we outgrow the people that's in our life. Some people that's in our life aren't there to be there forever. They're only there to be there for a season. Our not so intelligent selves want to elongate that relationship, right? It's not for me to choose when D is time for him to be exiled from my life. No more is it on me. No more is it on me to say when I want to stay in D's life. When I start doing and moving in a certain way that suggests D should get rid of me, then D, you should do just that. Get rid of me. If I'm not helping, I'm hindering, right? And we want to hold on to these friendships to say, yo, this is my day one. No, fuck that.
Right.
What they call that dead weight?
I don't
Dead
forget
weight.
forget
That's the
the
crab in
A1
the
since
bucket
day
syndrome.
one. I don't need no A1 since day one. If you in my life and we are going through something and we consistently ball in every era, that's my shorthanded way of saying in the 90s, we went through some stuff and we got through some things. Now we in the 2000s. In the 2000s, we went through some things and got through some things. Then the 2010s. We went through, so if we keep going through it and getting through it, then I'm going to keep being there for you as long as you keep being there for me. But if ever my relationship, me, Broadway, start to weigh too much, go that way. Because rest assured, if it's you versus me, it's going to be me every time. I'm getting you out of there. So I'm sorry, I just needed to really go in on that, Taj, because I really like that. Our moral compass, we have to be very high in our frequency to recognize who's our friends, and don't be afraid to bring new friends into your life. Because new friends is new relationships ultimately mean what? New opportunities.
Absolutely.
Good word. I say that to the young kids. I say when y'all run around talking about chasing your ops around, I say I'm chasing ops. My ops is new opportunities.
Hello.
Options.
That's how we flip that.
That's right. That's right.
My op, I love that.
I love that.
New opportunities.
Yeah, that's part of my
right,
speech.
yeah.
They
Facts. I
drilling.
love that. Yes.
Set boundaries, and I'm so glad you said that because I'm tired of you muting my mic. This friendship is over. This brother and sister stuff is over. You've muted my mic for the last time. I'm muting your mic now. You stuck with me forever.
Forever.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Forever.
He muted my mic for the last time, y'all. I'm ending this. No
What
more
up,
day
Triz?
one.
Hold up, come join us, Triz. Come join us, Trills. We're having a conversation that's springboarding off of the late, great Allison. I played the clip earlier in regards to what she was talking about and to her saying that she had to draw boundaries in her life. Just hey, Triz, just mute up.
Hi.
Allison said she had to draw boundaries in her life because people deemed her too nice of a person, right? So that springboarded into Diddy as we're talking about, and I have another clip that I want to play because everything is Diddy related. And you look so happy. You look so cute.
That's because I'm here.
No. Trish said I was like that. I was born this way.
Not what I heard. Not what I heard.
Hey, Trill. Let them know, Trilly.
What up, Triz? I mean, Trills. Triz and Trills.
Both of them in now?
And we got Lie here.
Period.
So I'm gonna play this clip of Luke speaking on this Diddy situation and tap in with us. Let's. Can I even find it? Where's that? Somewhere over here. All right, here we go.
When you getting these billions and you see them put you up on a pedestal, that's because they put you up on a pedestal. They made you the guy. They placed you on every network. They sold you to all y'all on here. They gave you 5 million followers. They put all this, they dress you up like a fucking hoe on the street. They gave you the Bugattis. They gave you the mansions on 2 different coasts. They put you up on a pedestal because they need you. It's like some pimp shit. When you got your main girl, you dress her up and she look like this and look like that and do this and you march her into the big room. I'm telling you. So when they put you on that motherfucking pedestal, and then you start thinking it's about you, and you want to take over their shit, them people look back like this. Hold on, who the fuck you think he is? Oh, we'll show you better than we can tell you. Then they'll try to reason with you, and they'll talk to your manager, because your manager look like them, and they'll be like, hey, man, tell your man to chill out, you know? And then the manager come in, and he trying to keep his job. Hey, guy, calm down. And then you go walk around like it's all about you. You got all the cars and the mansions and the jets and all the yachts and all this and all the people running around. You talking about, yeah. And now you want to fight. Now you want to bite the hand that feeds you. Don't your mama ever always tell you that? Your mama say, never bite the hand that feeds you. And so this is how the major corporations work when you try to come after them. Now you put a lawsuit in.
So let me pause that right there. There's a conversation that Luke is having. He's pretty much saying Diddy bit the hand that was feeding him in regards to him suing the liquor company that he was working with, right? And now he's saying that that's why Diddy is being targeted for sex trafficking and federal and all the Fed stuff.
Damn, lawsuit. Fuck that shit. I'm suing their ass. I'm take their company down. Fuck that shit. They taking my brand and my name and likeness and they making millions of dollars. I want out of this contract. And now, mind you, these people on the stock market, they stock go down 5%. That just cost them some billions. So they're looking at this motherfucker, to the shareholders, this motherfucker is affecting our stock. They gotta, hold on, you just fucked up some billions of dollars. These are major corporations that are on the stock market that you can affect their stock and cost them in one day billions of dollars by having their stock drop because your sneakers, you telling people you don't want them selling your sneakers. Or you don't want them, they stealing money from you, ain't paying you off the liquor. Them people like, hold the fuck on. Okay, get the lawsuit. Now when you get the lawsuit, you got to go to the judge, state judge. They definitely own the state judge because they're going to buy up the number one law firm who put the most money into the state judge, into the local judge campaign to make him the local judge. Big bank take little bank. It goes back to CeeLo. The federal judge, they're going to then find out what senator and congressman that called the president to say, I need an appointment for my federal judge, because how do you get an appointment for a federal judge is because I'm a major donor. And hey, man, I got a friend of mine that's a judge, man, on the circuit level. Man, I would love for him to be a federal judge, and I'm going to max out in your campaign. Matter of fact, I'm going to generate a couple $100,000 or $1 million to put in your campaign. You win the seat. You then call up the president. President then say, hey, look here, man, nominate this motherfucker right here. So now you got a fucking judge in here. You got the state judge. So then now you black man who don't own these people company, you want to talk all your cash money shit. And you want to go after these people, what ends up happening? They start the smear campaign because they down with the media. They got to smear you before you go into the courtroom of your peers. They go, okay, we can't settle with this dude. We'll have no voice of reason. He want to act crazy. Now we're going to go after you. Now we're going to call up our same senator. Hey, man, I need you, man, go issue a search warrant, man. I need you to drag this motherfucker. In the hood, that's what we call it. I want you to drag his ass. I want you to have all kind of allegations. So by the time he come in this courtroom, he going to wish he know we're going to take every fucking dime you got. Because we made you. You didn't make us, God damn it. You fuck with my stock. You fuck with my money. You fuck with me. I'm going to fuck with you. I'm going to break your ass down to the lowest term. That's how this shit go, boss. So when you fuck with them people that put that bread in your pocket that made you, they're gonna take you down to the lowest terms. Sound like the movie Scarface. Bingo. That's how they do. So you go, they done smeared your name. By the time you get in the courtroom, you lost already because you're sitting up there with a jury looking at you like you're a fucking pedophile, and you probably ain't never touched a little girl in your life. And you're trying to sue this major corporation, this major respectable corporation, and they're gonna say how many people they employ, how many people, and half the people on the jury drink their shit. Half of the people on the jury, children walking around with their paraphernalia on. You getting ready to sue them, and they done made you, through the media, they done made you a crazy man, and they done made you a goddamn pedophile. They done made you everything that you're not. I'm giving y'all some good shit today. Never bite the hand that feeds you. So now when you walk up in that room, and you make the deal, or you cut the deal with the devil, and then you got one motherfucker, he want to talk about everybody else who's still in the room. You know, that's why I be sitting there looking at that shit. I'm like, he telling on everybody. You know, because you in the room, you know this motherfucker run this motherfucker, that motherfucker run that motherfucker, you know.
You now
Now you
listening to
really
Live
went
on
rogue.
Broadway podcast. Wow. Wow.
And I enjoyed that
That
entire.
was like an episode or something.
That was.
I got a thought on that whenever
that
you
was
throw it to me.
knowledge. That was if you don't know, now you know.
So Luke is pretty much saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Yeah.
Luke is saying it be deeper than just rap. It be really like these these television shows, the scandals and everything that you watch.
That's what I'm saying. I got a scenario of that I just watched. We watched John Wick. You watched any of the John Wick movies?
Yes.
All right, so John Wick, the second movie, I think, the Italian guy came to his house and was like, I got something I need you to do for me, and he denied him, like, nah, I'm good on that. And homeboy walked out the house and burnt his house down, and then the whole movie is about, things you should do and you shouldn't do and putting out a hit and organize. I don't know what part are we getting $1 billion that we just think that we could just do whatever we want to do. Like, that's the last $1 billion made. No, you just got, we got 2 or 3 black people that just got to that level. You think that you could just ride out and just do whatever you want to be crazy? Biting the hand that feeds you is like an understatement. Us knowing the game and knowing the streets and all that. I don't know how they get so
But
lost.
see, the interesting thing to that, I'm gonna come to Club Instagram in a second. The interesting thing to that, though, we've watched Diddy. To me, Diddy is different from Hove.
Right.
Diddy didn't come in being no artist.
Right.
Diddy been an exec. That's all he knows is being an exec. Right? So when we talk about Diddy is who Hove wanted to be.
Right.
No, but Diddy came in as a dancer. Diddy used to be dancing back in the day, trying to throw his little parties and all of that.
He was a dancer. He was a backup dancer.
He was a backup dancer. Like, he came in, that's how he came in the game. His first party that he threw, he oversold the party. Mad people got crushed. People died in that. He didn't give no apologies or nothing like that. And that was how Diddy started his career. He never had any value for anybody. All he wanted to do was make his paper, even long before he met those big execs and those hands that he started to eat out of. You understand what I'm saying? He's always been somewhat of a social climber. I was young in New York watching Diddy just play around with everybody like it was a game. You understand what I'm saying? And the more money that he made was the more he thought that he was untouchable, because he thought now that, oh yeah, I'm in this circle, they're not going to be looking at me still as who I am, which is a black man, period and point blank. And he just got a little bit lost in his sauce, for real, for real. But Diddy ain't no good person. He ain't never been no good person. He started off rusty.
He had too much dip on his chip.
So my point inside saying that Diddy started off, Diddy's been an exec, is saying Diddy's been an exec for over 30 years, right? That's his bag. He didn't do and have a dancing career for 30 years. He wasn't a rapper for 30 years. He's known largely as an exec.
Right.
So my point inside saying that is if there's anybody that knows how to play the game, it would be Diddy.
Right.
If anybody knows how to play that game,
He started hanging out with the city girls on. He slipped up.
It's Diddy. Niggas
love blaming us. Why you getting this?
Look at the track record.
It's just like what Ye said, what Jada Kid said a long time ago. Whatever, still love me a hood chick.
Right.
Niggas still like what they like.
Right.
Right? You could be on top of the mountain if you still like doing drugs, you still gonna do the drug of choice. That's something else. I'm talking about Diddy knows how to move in them rooms full of vultures. That's my point here, right? So I'm a little confused as to what Luke is talking about, only because Diddy seems to know how to move. You don't get billions without knowing how to move. But going back to Taja's point, and I'm gonna share the wealth. Give me 1 second, guys. Going back to Taja's point, I do think that there's something there in between him suing the company, and now him facing scrutiny on the other end to that, because it happened relatively close in proximity to the time that he decided to go a different way. We're not talking about Ciroc, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We're talking about Diego. What's the name of it?
I don't remember.
DeLeon.
DeLeon, the company that owned that. Or maybe that is one and the same. So excuse me, jump in the comments on YouTube, let me know. But Triz, how do you feel to that, Queen?
All right, so this whole Luke situation is a new narrative for me, right? I feel like Diddy's never been a good person. A lot of shit he's done is nasty, but this might be, a lot of this could be a smear campaign to ruin him. If he tried to sue them, why are you trying to sue them? You are already a million. Like, sometimes that shit don't make sense to me, to like put yourself, like, to sue somebody for something. You're already a fucking millionaire.
Billionaire.
All right. Billionaire. Like, what's the purpose? Like, so he's probably trying to get more money. They probably are smearing him because they're buying campaigns. But all I want to say is that if we have this same energy for Donald Trump, the way that people are talking about Diddy, he would have never been able to become the fucking president if he had this same energy for Donald Trump.
I miss you on the pod, Triz.
You have me about to fall off my chair screaming right now. Yes.
Donald Trump had his whole fucking shit rated. We wasn't talking about that. It wasn't a topic of conversation for us.
Nope.
Like it's on the news. They talk about it, but we weren't talking about it.
So it's
Right.
because
He's
it's
not in our
Stimulus
interest. He don't be in our interest. We never cared
not
about
in our algorithm.
politics
Yeah, he's not in our
and
algorithm.
presidents. But we was
But
definitely
we're okay
in the
with
house
him
like
making us money,
take that.
though.
We was singing Total.
And they
we was
buying the
watching
sneakers,
Making
too.
a Band. We was watching Making a Band. We was rocking Sean John.
So
we was
I
listening.
understand.
So he's
get
not.
it.
He's not in our, cause shit, half the people that we know don't even vote. So
wait, because I think
But Trump is different though, because Trump is in the black community. Look, let's be real here. Trump, especially for them rappers and all that stuff like that,
He's
Trump
been
has been their
glorified.
guy
I mean now
for a long
yeah.
time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me, people forget that Trump had a case with a 12-year-old girl when he signed in as president. You
Right,
understand
and
what
everybody
I'm
knew,
saying?
everybody knew that, and everybody was still putting him in the songs, saying how much they wanted to be rich like Trump, and so
But people
it didn't
understand.
matter to anybody.
People are still playing R. Kelly knowing what R. Kelly did. Look,
absolutely.
people are gonna like you or they're not gonna like you. It doesn't matter in this world right now how wrong you are, as long as there is anybody that they can align with, they're going to align with. It's like the bully system. It's, you understand what I'm saying? It's like it becomes, what do they call that? It was something that was calling it COVID, where we were just latching on to each other. And this is really what it is. It is a herd mentality. You understand? As long as there's people that like Puff, it doesn't matter what Puff does. They can see the videos, they can see everything. There's still going to be people that says it's fabricated, it's false. So the more, like I said, the moral compass is what we have to hold on to. And I'm sorry, I'm not standing with you, period and point blank. I already never liked Diddy, don't play his music, and I'm going to keep it strong like that.
So going back to what Triz was saying, right? I think there's something inside of that she was waking up, right? And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's we got all the smoke for the wrong people, right? And not to say that Diddy is the right person to have the smoke for.
Right.
I mean, not to say he's the wrong person to have the smoke for, but to say
smoke on.
But to say that where's that energy for more important people like Trump, right? Where's the energy for it's only us that's breaking and tearing us down, right?
All the time. All the time.
One thing.
But
Donald
baby,
Trump
slavery
said-
built that in us.
Wait, hold on. Go
said-
ahead, Triz.
He said if he's not elected president this term, it's going to be a bloodbath.
He did say that.
Nobody talks about that. It's not like, that's wild.
Right.
That's crazy talk. But we talking about Diddy.
But we talking about what somebody was doing in
No, I like that
their
though.
own home.
We talking about Diddy. Stay there. We not talking about the game. We ain't talking about. We talking about practice. Something in the grand scheme of things. Not saying it doesn't matter, because if he did it, then there's victims here, right? So I don't want to be insensitive to that. But we talking about Diddy. We ain't talking about the game. We talking about Diddy. Right. Practice.
Right. Sure, we missing a lot.
We talking about Diddy.
Forget about what's happening.
It's a lot more other important stuff that we supposed to be talking about. It was 4 bridges taken out. Like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been
What's
a passageway
to
bunkers, to somewhere safe. But what Diddy did was way more entertaining than we would rather deal with something that's entertaining that we can comment and put our 2 cents on, as opposed to something that's so life-changing that we feel like we have semi-control over. But if war happens, like, you either going or you not going. You either hiding or you fighting. Like, so it's, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's easier to make a comment and make an opinion on something that's entertainment based, as opposed to making a real life drastic decision when it comes to what's really going on this planet. So I think this is why we deterred to
lighter topic.
So I feel like that's what's going on. It's more, we feel more productive. We feel like we're gonna get a better response and a better outcome when we're talking about Diddy, as opposed to something that's really going on in the world. Come on, put that thing in my face.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is why we getting muted, right, y'all? I'm sorry.
All right. So to that point, let me try to get back on key. To that point, I think the reason why that is because Diddy is more palatable, right? It's easier to understand Diddy. Right. People, we don't understand politics.
Right.
And when I say we, I mean as a large number, right? It's easy to understand. It's easier to put a whole bunch of sugar in your coffee, and bad analogy. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it's easier for people to understand what's going on with Diddy because they listen to hip hop and R&B, and they know Biggie, and they know Jay-Z, and they know that, right? Mm-hmm. But I think as we get older, we need to, again, what I just said about friendships, right? What we just talked about with friendships. We need to start expanding and having different friends, right? Because all our friends can't be hip hop and R&B heads. Mm-hmm. Maybe we get ourselves some politician friends,
a
right?
doctor, a lawyer,
somebody with a PhD, right?
Absolutely.
Because the different type of friends you have, the more interesting you become. We become.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm tired of having the same 3 conversations. Mm-hmm. Don't tell me about your man. I'm tired of learning about your chick and
who's the best rapper?
Huh?
And who's the best rapper?
Right. Who is it Kendrick? Is it Drake? Is it
Nas?
Is it J. Cole? Right? Like, I'm tired of hearing the same conversations. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about something different? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? So, Triz, what was the last book you read?
I listened to my book. I'm listening to Oneness by Rasha right now.
Okay. I just always got something fun and mad random to ask Triz because she's a mad random person. You get to know her, she's a mad random person.
Okay. Hi, guys.
I want to I want to walk into final thoughts. Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Sure. I want to walk into final thoughts and an effort to conclude this pod. We love you, Allison. I want to have a conversation with you guys as individuals. D, can somebody move that over for me? Because I can't see, I can't read what I need to read.
The board?
Yes, can you move the board over? To you, son. This way. Thank you. That's good enough. That's good enough. What would y'all want the world to be reminded of from your time that you've spent with Allison?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start in the room, and then I'm going to go to Clubhouse, and then I'm going to come to Instagram gracefully. Pun intended. What would y'all want the world to be reminded of from your time that you've spent with Allison? Final thoughts.
Allison was genuine. Allison was honest. Allison was persistent. Allison, I don't think, how you say this? She would come up with 5 solutions before there was even a problem. I feel like how Allison was. I feel like when I'm approached with certain problems and certain dilemmas, I lose my cool real quick and I just wouldn't know what to do. I'm a whole scrambled egg. But Allison had like a real life thinking cap. And yeah, she was a good thinker. I think I would definitely want the world to know that about Allison.
Oh, wow. So I would say I had a good one too. For me, she was like a whole outreach group, like a support group. Like she was that like in one person. And I'm not an easy person to support because I don't really go screaming for help. So I can be like, yeah, it's slow, or the studio did this, or studio did that, or, oh, did you eat today? And I'm like, yeah, nah, it's cream of wheat or whatever. What you gonna eat for lunch? Like, I'm not even there. Like, I'm still processing what the day is gonna be like. And then all of a sudden there's, some money in my Cash App. Oh, go do this, go do this. I got this. Oh, Allison, I need, could you help me pick out some sheets? I need some this color sheets. So I get one pair of sheets that's burgundy. Damn, Allison, what you get burgundy sheets for? Then the next week I get a pair of blue and red and gray, and I got like all this set. I'm like, yo, Alice, I didn't ask you to like, but that's the type of person that she was and is to me. And I was thinking about this. I wrote on my story yesterday, my little post, because I had like a discussion. I had like a back and forth with somebody, and I'm like, damn, I like what this title is too. Like, what would Allison do? Because I'm like she understood me like for a long time. Like she did some time with me so she didn't have to ask no questions about what it took to get D going. Like she knew what to do and what not to do. So anything that y'all ever heard us going back and forth, like that was just for the show, because behind the scenes, like she definitely was my handler. That's what they call like a handler. So if a boss has somebody that, you think I'm in charge, and you, like Broadway was saying, you think I like make all these decisions, and she helped me make a lot of crucial decisions, especially during she came in my life during the most important time, because I lost my dad in 2020, and then we got on Clubhouse, and that's where she was more active. I knew her from years ago, but we wasn't like that. Like Clubhouse really like got us back in.
Consummated.
Yeah, and so For somebody not to be there, and for somebody to be, mine's gonna be long and drawn out, so y'all might need some time for this because I ain't gonna do that to Ali. We're gonna give her flowers.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
She like topics and getting the show together, waking up early in the morning. D, we doing the show this morning. We open the room. Like somebody that understood what it took for me to do what I needed to do. Not a lot of people really care about the stuff in the back and if I'm gonna make it or if I'm not. Like she was a person that had stuff going on in her life, which I was very privy to a lot of stuff that she had going on, shortcomings or things that she had that was trials and tribulations, relationships. Like you name it, like me and her went back and forth about it. So, and her mother gave me a story the other day when I called her. She gave me the story that, Allison said you was like her husband. Like I was like, at this moment now, I'm whatever she's saying. Yeah, but Mom, we fought like that. She was like, yeah, every time you on Broadway, got on her in the room, she come crying to me.
She did not say that. You just doing that for the pod?
Okay. I'm telling you that this is what Grace said. Her mother's name is Grace. She told me this. She was like, and it sounded about right. She was like, she go running out the room crying. Oh, they did this to me. They did that to me. And she, but you keep going back to them. Like, so she was like, so I just want you to let you know that girl really loved you. My daughter loved you, and and we she was like, and she used to help me do my internet stuff, and like, now what am I gonna do? So I was like, nah, I got you. Like I'll be I'll be your son. She was like, I'm like, and for the sake of how she left us, so she could still be my wife. Like anybody, we share that girl now. So now anybody, anybody I get with now, they know that Ali, she was there. And again, I got mad text messages of conversations that will verify a lot of the stuff that people say about her, and that what she did for me, that really makes it like really, really, really relevant. Like, my sister sent me something earlier today, and it was from my birthday, I think last year, and it was just like, she was just going in on me. Oh, it's your birthday, big head, and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And like, she was just going off, and I'm just like, well, yeah, you would send that to me today, right? Like, today is not the day I needed to. I'm already trying to, deal with the grief as best I can. And what I will say with people, because everybody keeps checking on me like I'm gonna jump off the bridge or whatever. I'm like, yeah, that was my bestie and all that. But I'm focused right now with, being the person that has to be there to carry this out, until the 13th or whatever. So I just want to say that, the way that it all played out, and me not speaking to Broadway first, because I had a cold, like I had a strict cold that night. It was like 12:30. I got the call from my man Kev, and I was just like, I'm already tired. I had a whole long day. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna go to sleep. Hopefully, I feel better about this in the morning, how I'm gonna deal with this. And I left him that message before I went to sleep. So there's a few people, Benoit, Lindell, Toya, Lala. Like I was trying to hit everybody. And everybody got the same speech. People called me, they woke up, they hearing my voice early in the morning, they mad hype, like, oh, D, what's up? I was like, listen, this ain't that right now. Like, you want this now?
You had to deliver that message
this over and over and over again. So when I tell you somebody that dealt with something, and I'm a guy that, I lost my mom, I lost my dad, I lost grandmother, all of them elders, and I dealt with all of those different ways, and I cherish the memories. But this one was like, I couldn't really get it together, like, and just be strong. But for the sake of the group that we had, I was like, I gotta be that guy. I can't do, I normally will stay off to the corner. Funeral, wake, I'll be the guy over there. I'll hug a couple of people. But I know this time around, it ain't gonna be that. It's gonna be, and I hope we can turn it into a celebrated moment for Ali at that time. Because I want to let it out too, but I want us to, because she smacked the hell out of me, and she being a punk down here crying, but she want her love, so we gotta
Damien,
get that
you
love.
crying? It's really heavy on the Damien.
Yeah. It's just saddening to even think that you had to deliver that message so many different times to different personalities, because all of the personalities are just different.
The disbelief that I got was like, you think I would joke with you about? You think I would call you at 8:00 on a Monday morning and be joking with you. But I wasn't saying that. I had to say that a few times, but Lindell, like, it was just like, Jarvis is away. Like, I'm thinking about Jarvis. Like, so we created a family, and she's the nucleus of that. That's what I realized after hearing everybody's story.
Very well put.
I'm like, she, as much as she didn't give herself credit, and she goes storming out the rooms, and nobody wants to, she's always telling me, I'm like, yo, open the room, the people will come. Nobody's gonna come near D unless you're there. I'm like, you're bugging. You're the one. And I used to tell her, like, Neo, you're the one that they coming to see.
Very true.
And that was just her personality. She didn't want that light. Like, she wanted the light, but she didn't want, not too much. Like, not too much on me. So, yeah. And again, like I said, we got the countdown. It was last night, a week ago. So we got an actual 2 week notice to get ourselves together and put something amazing together so that we can really
honor her
celebrate.
memory. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Taj.
Yes, sir.
What would you like the world to be reminded of the time you spent with Allison? Final thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Allison.
And thank you
Allison
for that.
reminded me a lot of myself because we had the same complaints. Doing so much and, sometimes not feeling appreciated and, knowing that she should be in the limelight, but then she hid behind the scenes all at the same time. And she taught me to learn how to really love you and just love yourself for real, for real. I watched her struggle with things and, throughout the rooms and stuff, we talk about things, but she never let nothing phase her to the point where she forgot what her mission was. You understand? Allison always understood the assignment. She understood that being here in this world, she knew that there wasn't no tomorrow and she lived it. She lived exactly the way you're supposed to live. Love as hard as you're supposed to. Be as generous as you're supposed to. Do unto others as you have them do unto you. So when I look at a life like hers, it reminds me that your life is not your own. That you become so valuable. And I'm going to try to hold myself together because you become so valuable to people that you don't even recognize. That your smile, your breath, you being around them is keeping them alive. You understand that you're bringing life to a soul that you didn't understand what you meant to them. And she's just a gift. And so, the last words that I heard her say on that video, she said, check on your friends, especially the strong ones, because it's the strong people in your life that you really got to check on. That person who's running around everywhere for everybody and doing everything for everybody, you better check on that person because that person is running around taking care of everybody else and they're forgetting to take care of themselves. You understand? And so in the midst of being there for everybody and loving everybody, make sure that you love yourself and take care of yourself in the midst of that. Because she had so much that she wanted to do and she was ready to do and she was excited to do. You understand? For all of us on top of it, not just herself, but for all of us. And in life and in passing, she's still just as excited. She's still just as ready. But her main message is take care of yourself. Make sure that you get your mental health in order. Make sure that you feed yourself. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Because while you're running around this world being strong, the strongest people are the ones that's been hurt the most. They're the ones that they've been through the trenches. That's why they can have that strength on them the way they have it. So don't forget that in their kindness, that they need that love in return. And I have to say, when I look at you, D, and I look at you, Broadway, and I think about the connection that I made with all of you, because D, I knew you before everybody, but I connected with you guys in such a powerful way because of Allison. She gave me a way of just feeling home. And I appreciate that. I appreciate her legacy. I appreciate her love. I appreciate just her complete and utter understanding, because she knew what we all went through and she was empathetic to it. So if I could do anything in this life, I want to be able to make sure to share her legacy and share that kindness, and make sure that when I put on my red heels, that I feel as sexy as she wanted me to feel every time she put them on as well. So her life is something that I could never, ever, ever forget. And I'm grateful that she wakes me up at 4 o'clock every damn morning, reminding me that she's still all up in our business. So she's gone in flesh, but she's definitely not forgotten in spirit.
Triz, wonderfully said, Taj. You truly allowed her to speak through you. You truly allowed her to speak through you.
I love you guys.
Triz,
Um,
yeah.
I didn't really spend that much time with Allison, but the time that we did spend together, I feel like what I can say is don't be afraid to share. Sometimes it's okay to share your weaknesses with someone when you feel their spirit. And you'll realize that that person could be there for you for that period of time that you need them, because you were able to reveal that part of yourself to them. We had some good conversations, and we spoke about anxiety and things like that. And there were times that we were in events and I was able to like be there for her just by like grabbing her arm and letting her know that someone was there, because I know that she did have that sometimes social anxiety. And that's something that she shared with me when we like first met initially. And when we would go to these events, I would see that happening. And then I'd be able to like take her and just we find comfort in each other. And this is someone that I didn't really know that well. And we were able to have that kind of connection. So it's okay to share your weakness when you feel or feel someone's spirit, or you're able to connect with someone.
And that's Allison, right? She didn't even know her like that, but that level of comfort.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Chris. La, what's going on? Penny, for your thought. Trying to fix this thing here. No, won't allow me to. Okay. I know it's kind of tough, but what would you want the world to remember of the time that you spent with our friend Allison?
Allie, I don't I don't have I don't have enough words to describe the bond that we had. Um, I didn't know her that long, but I felt like I knew her forever, you know? Like she was like I'm taking this really, really hard and I'm trying to be strong about it. And if I had to Allie, she was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. And I will never forget how she poured into all of us, you know, how she took her time, even when she really didn't have to, when she was tired. She knew the right people to give extra special care to, because we've been through a lot. I'm gonna miss our late night conversations, especially after the pod. We just sit, talk for hours about you, about D, how we gonna manage D life, how we gonna find him a woman. We was planning his birthday. We was doing all types of stuff. So I just want the world to know how beautiful and how creative and how giving and how loving and how amazing she was. Even when she didn't want anybody else to see her light, she was those things for all of us. She loved playing in the background, but her presence was just, it's sorely missed. Sorely. I just don't have the words to describe what she meant to me. So
I want to say thank you for your efforts thus far. I don't think I know that it is a hard time. And even more so, I know that it's still a new time, you know? Bala, you have my number, and like I led with, I couldn't be anything for anybody, including myself, this week because I had the flu and I was sick. And I was seeing the calls, and I was seeing the DMs, and I was seeing everything. What I would say and conclude with my final thoughts, not too much on the final because I'm going to live and let
I was
Allison
about
live.
to say, not too much on your final thoughts, sir.
It's my ambition to continue to allow Allison to live forever, right? I think to meet someone who's so selfless and pour into everything that you may have going on, it's supernatural. You know, it's very humbling, and also there's a lot to learn there. How a person, excuse me, how a person can come into your life. Everybody muted. How someone can come into your life and simply make an impact. I text I text her the day of. I text her because we do our meetings, production meetings on Sundays. And I didn't hear anything back from her. But I thought she was mad at me because our production meetings normally supposed to happen on Sunday, but being Broadway, they'll happen on Monday, right? But in this case, it was Sunday. So I thought I was on time, and I was late. I think that it's important to remember the laughter, remember the cheer, remember the chanting, remember the jokes, remember the red shoes. Boy, does it take another context, another position of those recorded rooms in those times that we did. I met Allison during COVID. But to be one of the newer people in my life, we've had an amazing amount of conversations and growth. And I didn't give Allison nothing. She took it. I didn't make Allison. She said, "This is what I am. This is what you need help with. Let me help you." And I said, yes. On this pod, we've replaced every single position. So it's hard and a bit scary to allow for a new position to arrive just in regards to we had P, we replaced P. We had before Raina. Before Raina. Not Skate. Ashley. We replaced Ashley. Right? Then we had Raina. Then we replaced Raina. Right? There hasn't been any, like, Allison came around. The point of what I'm saying here is this, because I don't want to ramble. Allison, you've been great to us. Allison, you've shown us how to love. You've shown us how to be more for others. You've even shown us how to, just what Ty said, check on our strong friends. You will forever live and be a part of this pod in our lives. And we're going to do it just as big for you, sending you off, as you've done in our lives. You've completed so many different parts of us that the only way to make it all make sense is to honor you. I couldn't have done this pod last Monday. I just couldn't have. Even if my health was in its right space, I just couldn't have. I don't even know how we doing it now, if I'm going to be frank and honest. But we're going to put you on our shoulders. Tonight, you put us on yours. Coming the 12th and 13th, we'll put you on ours. Live on Broadway podcast. I know you guys was tapping in for the relationship topics, but tonight was about a relationship. It was about a very close and dear one, and one that's one that's you've seen me joke with Allison and make her go over to Instagram and bring her to bring in the sound. I had to yell at Lala to go do it today. And I called Lala Allison about several different times. Thank you, Lala. Your strength, everyone's strength is admirable. I pray and hope that everyone within the sound of my voice that's either known Allison or has gotten to know Allison on his pod, I pray for you guys' comfort and warm memories, and we just love you, Allison. With that in mind, y'all know my vibe and y'all know my body. Live on Broadway podcast, it's cheaper to be yourself. Clear.